Now, the third area that Chipp really stands out is with monitoring. So with Chipp, you're able to actually monitor what people are saying with the chat logs. So I know a lot of you have experienced the chat logs, and we can go to that over here. Yep. So with the chat logs, we can see any conversations like the one we just had and go through and kind of sort this also from where it's from, right? So if it's from API or web or elsewhere. But we have a new feature that we're just rolling out today that we're really excited about, which is called tags. So with tags on Chipp, you're actually able to monitor for specific topics or conversation areas. So let me show you how tags work. So we can have a conversation area like marketing lead, for example. And whenever someone's having a conversation with Chipp that touches on that subject area, it'll actually flag it for us. And we can go in here and actually see where in the conversation it is, right? And so with the tags, we can use this in a couple ways. We can use it for growth, looking for people who are looking for investment advice. We can look for people that are asking for lead information. We can also use it for safety. So this was a feature that was originally requested by schools because they need to make sure that students aren't asking for things that are dangerous or that they're not showing signs of depression. And so Chipp allows you to have this content moderation and not only create a tag, but also give specific responses. So I might create a new tag, for example, and if we want to call it mental health, for example, and we can look for users showing signs of depression. And then I can give example phrases that I might use. I can just say I'm sad and whatever it might be. And then I can decide how sensitive do I want this to be. So I don't want it to catch a lot of stuff, or do I want it to be very strict, meaning it's only going to find those specific phrases. And then if I'd like to, I can actually have a replacement response. So for schools, as an example, we don't want to continue the conversation if they're asking for something we don't want. Or if we have an AI tool and we don't want people asking about other topics, we can actually have a default response, right? And when they ask questions about that topic, it'll give that default response and stop them from asking other conversations. This is a great way to ensure safety and to monitor kind of the activity. And what's coming next, as you can imagine then, is webhook ability, so that when people do have conversations about booking a lead or getting information about your company, you can now send that out to your email, send it to any automation, and have action taken on that. So I think tags will be a really important feature for people as we move forward using Chipp. Really excited about that one. And of course, monitoring is not just actually what's being said, but who is saying it. And so with Chipp, we're not only able to monitor the words, but also the users. And as we'll show in just a second, we have a new feature with HQ that you're able to see who's joining your tool and how much they're using it. So we can watch down here to see who's joining, how many credits or conversations they've had, and actually check for people who have made sales. So that's all kind of in that monitoring bucket.